Good morning, guys. This is Tuesday, 25th of February 2025. This is a weekly preview. So after many weeks, actually the last liquidation event we had was on the 3rd of February, and today is 25th, so it's been quite a while. I was expecting this to play out a bit earlier, but all this time we have been saying that the price needs to come down to these lows, and if the price would have come down in on the beginning of February and take out these lows and these range lows, maybe we would have seen a push to range highs. But because we had all this chop, all this compression, we had an explosive move overnight now to the downside. As you would expect, a lot of liquidations, a lot of degens getting wrecked, and yeah, that's the bad part. The good part is we are down at range lows. So as I said in previous videos, as long as this level here, which is 86k, doesn't break and hold, so let's say a daily close below it, I would consider that as the level being broken. I think we have nothing to fear, so we are at range lows. If you are still bullish, if you think bull market is not over, this is the place to maybe add to your bags. Whether you want to buy Bitcoin, which I would strongly suggest, because alts have just been getting destroyed. But also if you want to buy some alts, this might be a good position to buy. Now I'm going to show you now another chart. This is ExoCharts. This is called the application, the website. And what this basically shows you is in each candle, so these here are 5-minute candles. So in each candle we can see the volume, we can see the delta. So the delta is basically the difference in between buys and sells. Cumulative volume delta, this is buys and sells added, buy trades, sell trades, and trade count. And why I'm not really confident that this will be the bottom is because, as you can see from yesterday, 7 p.m, sellers have been coming in strong. So these here are 5-minute candles. If you look at the delta in each of them, and then if you go into one candle and look at these trades, so you can see this is a 12-minute market sell for 1.4 million, 4 million. Sellers have been not running out of steam, if that's the way to put it, so they're very strong. Any bounce that we had, for example green candles like this, were very weak, 1.8 million. This was actually negative, and then we had somebody here who actually managed to long the top, and probably maybe still him here adding to his position, and then he just got all wrecked. And then this morning we had a 30 million sell order. Just look at that open interest spike. So what we want to see now is basically the opposite of that. Buys coming in, delta turning positive, and big numbers, big volume for a reversal to take place. So I think the earliest sign we would have is if we manage to, well, close the 12-hour above this level, which is 89,600, or the daily by the end of the day, close above it, that will be an SFP of this range lows. Liquidity is taken from this low, from this low, from that low, so a move up is very possible. If we close below range lows, we will have to redraw the range, and then we will keep this still as an invalidation for our long targets, because if we close below that, like I said, we will probably go back to visit this accumulation zone here, and we would have considered this to be a distribution. If this was a distribution, then obviously the targets will be lower. But for the moment, we just played the chart. We are at range lows. It's not the place to jump in and buy blindly leverage trades. I think, as I said, I think it's a good place to buy spot and chill. Well, as much as you can chill with this price action. If we have a look at S&P, SFP has been in this range as well for quite a while now. 55 days. So I have been bearish on the SFP. Well, low time frame bearish, I would say. And basically same reason as for Bitcoin. It's in a range and it's at range highs. Now if we can get to the mid-range and have a good reaction, then it might have a bounce. But after all these rejections up here, 1, 2, you know, and this was all a big deviation. After all these rejections, I would think we are going to range lows. Although, you know, I wouldn't bet on that. I am still short. I have shorted here, and then I got stopped. And then I've added 2 shorts on the SFP, so SPX, S&P. We will see how the markets digest all this week, and we will know probably better for next week then. Ethereum, we were saying that Ethereum, I think this is not the correct chart, just bear with me a second. Okay, this is the one. So we were saying that for Ethereum, this massive range that it's been on since the 4th of February, so basically 1 year now. That's crazy. This week, a lot of people had orders there. That what we was discussing in the previous video, and I was saying that they rarely get away with it, in the sense of weeks like that, liquidation events like that, more often than not get tested, retested. You see, like this happened here. So expecting this to happen here as well. Whether we go a bit down or this will be the local bottom, we don't know yet. But again, we are at range lows. This is an area where you have to think about potentially buying if you are bullish on the long term. And let's say a target would be first, I would say 3.3k if we manage to reject from here. Actually, just below us at 2200 we have the value area low, so that's a level to keep an eye on if we carry on dumping for the moment. Ethereum, Bitcoin, it has been holding up better than expected, in the sense of we are at the moment in this range here. Do this in white so you can see better. We just had a tap of the lows, tap of the range lows. So when it comes for the Bitcoin Ethereum part, I think Ethereum is slightly stronger than Bitcoin. Obviously we can see this here as well. If you look on the right hand side of the screen, Bitcoin down 3.2 on the daily. Oh, sorry, Ethereum actually is not. I was looking at the wrong stuff. Well, what I'm trying to say is that Bitcoin has gone and went below the low it put on the 3rd of February, whilst Ethereum has not yet gotten there. There still is time, so we just watch the price action unfold from now. Solana, we discussed in the previous video that the top is potentially in. keeps rejected this break of structure here, which was a weekly break of structure. If you go on lower time frames, you can see the perfect tap over here. So our first target is in the 100 area, low 100, so say 110, 120, and see how we take it from there. Athena, it's a coin that is green for the day, is 6% up for now, and that is because it has been beaten down more than others. So this is the 3rd of February low, and at the moment it is trading below it with 14%, so basically went 21% under it. We will see if it can sustain. Obviously it's all up to Bitcoin at the moment, and like you see, price unfolding now, there are no real buys. Let's have a look at Exo charts. There are no real buys, but on the bright side is that the sellers seem to be running out of steam for the moment now. If you look at the delta on these candles, it's in the 8, 15, 16, 35, 28 million, and now we are going down to 400k, 1 million, 1.4 million. So this might be an early sign. Too early to tell though yet. Okay, another coin that I was eager to talk about is Hype. So Hype is a coin that I've been watching for ages now, and it has just went actually a bit below my buy area. My buy area was this zone right here. I have filled some spot buys in this area, and I am looking to take profit up here if we get there. So the orders are already filled. I was hoping for a good reaction, which we got in the first part, but at the moment price is just sitting there, so we will see if we can reclaim, maybe take that low out, reclaim, and then make our way up. That will be an ideal case. And guys, I think that's it for now. Like I said, we are at range lows. As long as we don't have a break below 86,000, I don't want to get overly bearish. And we'll just take it day by day. Stay safe, stay out of leverage for the moment. That's my advice, not financial advice obviously. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.